Hi, Tim here with Clive Coffee. We're going to show you how to replace the temperature probe on your steam boiler on your La Spaziale Lucca A53 direct plumb model. The tools that you're going to need today, we have a 15 millimeter wrench and a 19 millimeter deep socket wrench. Before you begin this process, you're going to want to cool off the machine, open up your steam wand, and make sure that the pressure is completely relieved. You can double check your pressure gauge and make sure that's at 0. You would want to let the machine cool off quite a bit, maybe leave it for an hour or so to make sure that your steam boiler is not going to burn when you are in there with tools and you might be touching that boiler. We've went ahead and unplugged the machine as well since we have our panels off. And so from this point, we can go ahead and take a look and identify our steam temperature probe, steam boiler temperature probe. It is close to the center of where your components are. It has the white wires and this plastic sheathing. Just to the side, you see this pressure relief valve here. We are going to use our deep socket wrench to remove this first, and then we can go ahead and have better access to removing our steam boiler temperature probe. So again, this is our 19 millimeter deep socket wrench, and go ahead and remove that. And now we have better access to this steam boiler temperature probe here. Before we begin unthreading it, we're going to disconnect the wires. So sliding the plastic rings off, you'll have access to these reddish orange sleeves. You can slide these off and that will reveal your wire connectors. The white wires on the probe itself, it doesn't matter if you connect it to either wire here. We've got green and black. So go ahead and disconnect these by hand. And I'm going to slide these off as well. We're going to use them when we reinstall. And now, when we unthread this temperature probe, the wires can spin freely and they won't get tangled up. Once we've got it loosened up, we go ahead and remove this by hand. Your old temperature probe may have some buildup or scale that's preventing it from reading properly. So when we grab our replacement, our new one, you'll see it's nice and clean and reading temperatures accurately. So we'll go ahead and pop this back into place and thread it in by hand. It does not matter the color of the hardware here. Some of them are that brass color, some are this brighter stainless color. The temperature probes are exactly the same. Once we have this tightened in place, we can put our other component back in by hand, tighten it down with our deep socket wrench. And again, when we go to replace the wires, it does not matter which color is attached to which wire on the probe itself. I'm going to slide this plastic ring back in place, as well as the sleeves. And we'll go ahead and reconnect these wires. And then we'll slide the sleeves back over the pins so that they're not exposed. We'll tidy everything up exactly the way we saw it when we opened up the machine. This plastic zip tie at the top holds those into place, and the other zip tie holds all the wires and the sleeves down at the bottom. This can be just tucked away. And once you have that in place, you can go ahead and repanel the machine and turn it back on. That's how to replace the steam boiler temperature probe on your Lucca A53 direct plumb model. For more information on your machine, check out the links here. For more tech tips, check out our knowledge base at clivecoffee.com.